A recent state audit found that the Motor Vehicles Department failed to inspect commercial driver's license providers and examiners within the proper time frame. The report revealing these failures could put the safety of drivers, passengers, and school children at risk. News 4 Tucson's Conor McGill is live from a truck stop on the south side where he spoke to some truck drivers. Conor.
Well, in a very detailed report from the Arizona Auditor General, they mention again what Sean said, those key findings on how the MVD conducts examinations in inspections on those who carry that type of license. And you can see behind me all these trucks here. Every single one of these drivers is required to have a CDL license to drive. Now, in one of those key findings, the auditor found MVD did not inspect 19% of CDL providers, nor did they inspect 56% of CDL examiners at least once every 2 years as required. A CDL is a commercial driver's license, and these drivers are permitted to operate large, heavy, or even hazardous material vehicles. These are folks driving commercial vehicles like semis and buses. A 2020 study found that commercial vehicles accounted for only 5% of all vehicles, but they accounted for a higher proportion of accidents involving injuries or fatalities. I caught up with one truck driver and asked his thoughts on this report from the Auditor General.
It makes me feel like some of the schools are doing what they're supposed to do, some of them aren't. They changed the rules where I guess you need 160 hours. I got two cousins that's going to school right now. I think it's still good.
In the Arizona Auditor General's findings, they say, quote, MVD failed to timely inspect some contracted CDL providers and examiners and did not consistently take remedial action to address inspection violations, potentially jeopardizing the safety of drivers, pedestrians, and passengers, including school children in Arizona and nationwide. Coming up at 5, we'll have more reaction on the audit and, of course, more on what this means for drivers. Live on the south side, Conor McGill, News 4 Tucson.